This just in. Have you ever been so incredibly tired of answering basic client questions that you wished you could just clone yourself? Someone recently pitched this exact idea to Pope Leo XIV. According to Futurism, developers asked for authorization to create an artificial intelligence avatar of the Pope so anybody could log onto a website and have a personal audience with him. They wanted a digital replica to automatically dispense spiritual answers to the masses. His response was a very swift, very absolute refusal. If the leader of the Catholic Church understands that outsourcing his personal judgment to a chatbot is a terrible strategic move, then why are so many small business owners rushing to do exactly that? Well, before you replace your entire customer service process with a language model, we need to look at the holy mess brewing at the Vatican. To start off, why is the Catholic Church fighting chatbots? To figure that out, you have to look at the sheer absurdity of the pitch. The Pope stated that if there is anybody who should not be represented by a digital avatar, he is incredibly high on that list. He already had to deal with the headache of fraudulent news and a deepfake video showing him falling down a flight of stairs. But an unauthorized funny video is one thing. Handing over the official theological advice of the church to a predictive text algorithm is an entirely different level of corporate negligence. Which brings us to the question, what happens when a holy chatbot hallucinates? Language models are famous for confidently making things up. The idea of a digital pope is perverse precisely because these models hallucinate. As the article points out, there is a very real risk of an AI pope suddenly going off the rails and advising a user to steal the local church's collection plate. If a multi-billion-dollar religious institution refuses to risk its reputation on a hallucinating chatbot, why on earth are you letting one write your consulting proposals? But the Pope's anger is not just directed at the software itself. Let's take a look at who is actually profiting from this digital crusade. Pope Leo XIV did not just stop at banning his own digital clone. He explicitly called out the extremely rich people who are dumping fortunes into artificial intelligence while completely ignoring the needs of humanity. He warned that if the church does not speak up, the digital world will go its own way and turn regular humans into pawns left by the wayside. This is not just a technological debate. It is a massive shift in global power. And calling out the richest men on earth usually comes with consequences. So why did the Pope start a feud with Elon Musk? When you publicly criticize tech billionaires, they tend to tweet about it. When the Pope criticized the massive piles of wealth accumulated by Elon Musk, the tech billionaire actually fired back on the social media platform X. Musk quoted a Bible verse at the Pope, specifically Matthew 7 verses 3-5, which famously asks why you notice the speck in your neighbor's eye, but ignore the log in your own. But the Pope has made his stance on developers building artificial general intelligence incredibly clear, stating that it will be very difficult to discover the presence of God in AI. So how does this billionaire Vatican drama actually apply to your service business? You might not have 1 billion followers, but you do have a client base that trusts your specific human judgment. When you use artificial intelligence to write your emails, generate your marketing videos, and answer your clients' questions, you are doing exactly what the Pope refused to do. You are creating a cheap digital simulation masquerading as yourself. And just like a hallucinating chatbot telling someone to steal from a church, your automated marketing is going to eventually say something incredibly stupid that permanently damages your brand. So how do you protect your most sacred business asset? Your authority is the only reason people hire you. When you use artificial intelligence to turn out generic content, you are telling your clients that your expertise is so cheap, a robot can do it for free. To win in an automated world, your marketing has to sound like a real person wrote it. It needs your specific voice, your specific opinions, and your specific flaws. If your website copy is currently putting people to sleep or failing to convert, do not ask a chatbot to fix it. Get my 5-minute marketing fix. It helps you strip out the boring industry jargon, highlight your actual human value, and figure out exactly what is quietly costing you sales. Stop losing sales. You can download it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? If you were forced to create an AI clone of yourself to handle one specific business task, what would you make it do? I'll go first. I would make my clone read and politely decline every single cold pitch email I get from SEO experts. Okay, your turn. What would your clone do? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.